So let's get on with the holes in the Quran. Holes in the Quran. So when this wonderful sheikh expressed that there are holes in the narrative, and I am sure you all remember that first video has been edited and then video was made private and then video is just gone. In those just gone videos or abrogated videos, whatever you would say, this before that this book came out, there is just translations of the 10 different Qurans. In it you've got 30 different Arabic Qurans and then English translation, 30 different Arabic Qurans with the differences translated to English, and that's only 30% 30% of what is in all the Qurans, okay? And then at Speakers Corner we did have Muslims. When we ask Muslims if they can be kind enough and then tell about these holes in the narrative, in somehow they didn't want to talk about it. Those of you who missed those things, I wish we were back at Speakers Corner that we can get to see those things again. But very soon we will back. Anyway, so now remember we give them opportunity to explain to us about the holes in the narrative, blah blah. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. But what happened was recently. Let's see if it's gonna work.
Yeah, I remember, sister, that video you're talking about where a certain Muslim missionary ran away 4 times when you asked him about the holes in the narrative.
Yeah, and then we've got other Muslims who ran away, but we didn't kind of put them up. But yeah, Muslim missionaries didn't want to talk about holes and all these things.
Maybe because they were preparing to plug the holes themselves, sister, in private.
I even offer them Allah Akbar to fill the holes. I give them some like helpful tips for them to fill the holes, but it never worked. I don't know why.
Maybe they had other ideas how to fill the holes themselves.
How would you fill the holes, sister? By the way, just remember those holes are causing people to give up Islam and become a Christian. Those holes, which like you kind of get away, try to hide it away, those holes are causing Muslims to become ex-Muslims and then ex-Muslims to become followers of Jesus. So therefore, it is a good thing. But, daughter of Christ, how would you fill the holes?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't do it myself, but it would be wonderful if there was a brand new Quran with no holes.
Who's gonna pay for that, sister? Those things cost money, you know that.
Well, Muslim missionaries have millions of pounds at their disposal from Saudi money and other around the world support money. So you'd think it's crazy, but they did go and write their own Quran, brand new, with no holes.
I know. With the holes. They've got those brand new Qurans, but even those Qurans have holes in it.
I'll still have holes.
Yeah, we will see that. So what do we do is we do the basics, okay? Let's see. Yes, this is, by the way, work of David Wood. This is work of David Wood. I can't wait to take it to Speaker's Corner. Like, I can't wait it. I want
people love it, sister, in the chat. They love that.
They love the Quran.
Yeah, the one with the Mickey Mouse in it.
Yeah, so that's gonna end up at Speaker's Corner first Sunday after the 29th of March. That's like on Easter Sunday. We will be asking Muslims about the holes. Edip Yüksel wrote his Quran a couple of years ago. We are talking about the Quran which was put together by lovely Muslim missionaries. So Edip Yüksel is Turkish Quran, only Muslim, he's identified as a kafir in Turkey, but he put together his own translation, which is different from the current Quran Muslims are reading. For example, end of Surah 9 is not there, as well as Surah 30 or 31 has very the way it was translated is just like disturbs all of the Islamic tradition, but that's not our focus. No one cares about Edip Yüksel these days. But anyway, we will be looking at the Qurans which has been fulfilled, not fulfilled actually, full the holes in by Muslim missionaries. And actually, like, if I was daughter of Christ and if I was preparing that meal, you could just simply eat on this one, sister, those meat. Can you imagine how delicious it would be? But you missed the opportunity, sister.
Maybe next time, sister.
Maybe next time. Okay, let's get on with it. So, the way we do it, you all are able to see my screen. Okay, so this is Quran.com. Quran.com. Okay, you can see the title in here. I don't know if you can. Daughter of Christ, can people see my this thing I am moving, like mouse, not the mouse?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that thing.
can see.
Okay, so you can see Quran.com is the website. Okay, and in this website you simply go and then you pick up the verse you want to pick. Let's go with Surah Fatiha, verse 1. Let's go with verse 2. Let's be good. Okay, Surah Fatiha, verse 2. You get to see, like, you can pick which translation you want. On here you've got, okay, let me move. I am in the wrong place in this thing. Oh, it's not gonna show it to you. Okay, on the side you've got some place called settings. You go to settings and then you pick which translation you want. Your options, let me see the options. So it says choose translation. Your option is Mustafa Khattab, Fadil Suleyman, Bridges translation. So this is the 30 different Arabic Qurans, person who put the 30 different Arabic Qurans in translation. And then you've got Sahih International. Sorry, I am on the way again. I should be in somewhere this time. Let me put myself here. And then you've got like other individuals. Muhsin Khan, transliterations, Pickthall, Yusuf Ali, and then you've got someone called Muhammad Hijab. Of course, I am sure at this stage you are all asking, how did this gentleman who brought this famous "there are holes in the narrative" gentleman is qualified to translate the Quran? Last time when I checked, even Muslims were questioning Yusuf Ali, who has got lots of qualifications, but Muslim missionaries, Muhammad Hijab, and then other Muslim missionary you need to give attention is Fadil Suleyman. Those are two Muslim missionaries. They are translating the Quran for you. Of course, since like we are just so kind, you know, very soon, this means very soon, Sahih International, Yusuf Ali, Pickthall, all of those translations are going to be not recognized at Speakers Corner by Muslims. Therefore, we just wanted to see how honest Muslim missionaries are as they translate their book. And I am guessing you are all very much aware that he is very honest. The reason he is very honest is because their God is honest. Remember, he's the best of deceivers. And then also their prophet is honest. Remember how he deceived and lied and then ordered people to be killed. And then therefore it will be the same honesty from the followers of Islam. It's all together lovely. Happy ever after. Whatever that phrase is. Anyway. So, what we will do is, I just thought we go through this website together. Quran.com, the website we are looking at. And let's do some basics. Okay, so the translations I picked, please go and do in your own time, whichever you want. Translations we will be looking at is Fadil Suleyman's one, that is like with the 30 different Arabic Qurans. Muhsin Khan is well known, which we use at Speakers Corner time to time. Pikdal, another one we well known, it's been very much used, and Yusuf Ali and Sahih International, those are very much used Qurans. And then in that, like extra to what we have is Muslim missionaries Qurans, okay? Mohammed Hijab and Fadil Suleyman.
Sister,
So,
I never thought I'd see the day where rogue Muslim missionaries, dawah boys, dawah gangs, are amateurs, translate the Quran.
sister, don't insult them. Come
I never
on,
thought I'd see the day.
he's been missionary long enough to know what are the objections Christians or the critic of Islam brings from the Quran. Therefore, they can't fix the holes. They can't fix the holes. Therefore, what they do is, let's put together a translation which simply people can't use against us. That's the main plan.
Oh, wow. That's a good plan.
I know.
Because they know the problems, so
Yeah.
just change the verses.
Yeah, that, like, not change the verses. Of course, no one can change the word of Allah. But what will they do is, they will play and twist the translation. And by the way, like last time when I checked, I remember there was actually conversation between me and one of the Muslim missionary at Speakers Corner. They were discrediting Yusuf Ali now because, like, apparently his qualifications were not good enough. Muhsin Khan is the same. Like, those people who are expert in their field, their qualification is not good enough, but a qualification of Muslim missionary is good enough. Why? Because they know the arguments. They need to change, so they can't handle the arguments now. Therefore, they will change it. So what we will do is, we will look at couple of ones, okay? Since our translator, okay, sister, I'm sharing the screen. Practically, I won't be able to keep eye on the chat. Usually, I don't keep eye on the chat, but
Yeah, I'm looking at the
okay.
chat, sister.
Okay. So let's start with this famous one. Allah praise for Muhammad, not to Muhammad. Shall we do that first?
Yes.
Let's go with that one. So that was Surah 33, verse 56. So we are investigating this all together.
Okay.
So you pick up the surah and then you come here and then find the verse number 56. Okay. It is on the screen. Daughter of Christ, are you able to see this?
I've got it on my own window because it takes
Okay.
a few seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, I can see.
So can you read the Arabic for us? I don't think they touched the Arabic, but let's read it. You never know, you know.
Yeah, it says إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. Yeah, the Arabic is the same.
Okay. Yeah, so
yeah.
we won't be looking at the Arabic because, like, what they want to do is they want to deceive the translations. So let's move it to on the screen, Fadil Suleyman, Muhsin Khan, Pikdal, Yusuf Ali, and Mohammed Hijab translation is on the screen, okay? So, Fadil Suleyman translation. The part we want to know is, does Allah, as Mohammed Hijab said, according to Surah 33, verse 56, he said, Allah prays for Muhammad. Okay, so we want to see if that is the translation. Here's the Mr. Mohammed Hijab's translation. Okay, that's very, like, comparing the Muhsin Khan. His translation is very, very short. Allah, and in parentheses God, this is when you play contextualizations, when you kind of try to build bridges. You want everyone think your Allah is the same God like Christians and Jews. Okay, that's just false, but anyway, I think we will touch that as we go. Allah and his angels bless the prophet. You who believe, pray for him and greet him. Sister?
Yeah,
Isn't
bless.
this gentleman who said publicly, actually verse says,
Praise. He said praise.
pray. No, he said pray, and then he came to Speaker's Corner and changed that to praise.
He changed it again here to bless.
Yeah, so in the translation, he put forth what it is. Bless.
And look at Mohsen Khan. He said, send his salat, because he knows it means all kinds of things according to Muslims.
Yeah.
So he just stuck with the Arabic salat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that he said bless the Prophet, and then he said, you who believe, pray for him. But it's the same word for both. It said, in Allah malaikatu yusalluna, that's the one from Allah and his angels. And then it's the same word again for the believers. It said sallu alayhi, but it's the same word that he translated differently for Allah and his angels and then the believers.
So we did many videos on who does Allah pray to, or like Allah praise videos. So if anyone is not kind of following up the argument, please do check that out, because according to Quran itself, Allah does pray, and Muhammad Hijab confirmed that publicly. Allah does pray, and he confirmed that according to Surah 33 verse 56. But when he put together his translation, what happened was, it changed to Allah bless. I think it's very much lovely.
Yeah, it's very deceptive. But then there's nothing new here.
Just a moment.
Okay.
I just need to do some muting in this side. Sorry. Okay, that was Surah 33 verse 56. And then which one are we going to look at?
Let's look at Surah 4 verse 34, sister.
So, okay. Also, I want to look at these bleeding boys, these breasts, beat your wife, all of them. Okay, so we will go through them.
Yes.
So we are just following the names in this website. Okay. It says Muhammad Hijab. It might not be the Muhammad Hijab of Speaker's Corner. Maybe another Muhammad Hijab. Allah knows best, of course. It may not be the Fadil Sulaiman who put the Quran together, who put the 30 different Arabic Qurans together. Allah knows best when it comes to those things.
But the point still remains that there are new translations of the Quran that are deceptive. The fact that it's got Muhammad hijab on it is just a happy coincidence, I think.
I find it's amazing that publicly who simply emphasize that Allah does pray turns up to a translation and then changes that as blessed. That's like by itself miracle. Did you say 424?
Yeah, let's see what Mr. Muhammad Hijab says about
Yeah, so
424. Whoever that Muhammad Hijab is.
So 424 is the verse which take your, okay, we've got translation here anyway. This is like take your right hand, possess, and then also about the muta marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So what, okay, because this is very long surah, what we will do is let's first look at the pictal. Let's read the pictal.
Mm-hmm.
And then compare. Actually, let me just get
I
rid
think
of.
Aubrey is actually the most accurate.
Yeah, but that's not in our options.
Okay.
I'm just looking at the ones in this website. Okay, so I just narrowed our options. Oh.
The verse says, give them their wages, give the women their wages for what you enjoy of them, meaning sexual relations. So the word is wages.
In the language I can understand is like when you have sex with them, they are working for you. In that time, you are just paying them the wages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Aubrey says wages, but Aubrey's not on this website.
Yeah. Actually,
so
we did have, yeah, I remember we did make a video about that as well because some Muslim missionaries were not happy about that.
So let's see what Muhammad Hijab
here's
says.
the translation. Do you want to read it for us, sister?
Should I read the Arabic?
No, let's just stick with the English because the purpose of this website is deceive the English speakers.
Okay. It says, so I'm reading Muhammad Hijab's, nor should you marry an already married woman, except the ones under your control, between brackets slaves, so, between parentheses, such as Allah's, God's, again brackets, legislation as it applies to you. Anything beyond that is lawful for you, provided you court them by means of your wealth. Sorry. Marrying them properly, rather than taking them on as mistresses, since you have thereby sought enjoyment with them, give them their marriage dowries, as it's stipulated. Yet it will not be held against you should you come to other terms about it, even after what has been stipulated. Allah, between brackets, God, is aware and wise.
Okay. Let's check the Sahih International Translation for this one. Compare that with Muhammad Hijab's translation. And also forbidden to you all married women except those your right hand possess, versus except the ones under your control, and then in the addressed as slaves.
I wonder how they got under the control.
It's like, you know, when
they just happened. They just walked in from the street and became under my control.
No, I was just like thinking, oh, you know, you get the dogs and then you train them, and then they kind of live under your control. Or someone comes and then says, we are homeless, we need someone to kind of give attention to us and control us. I'm giving my free will to you, can you please control me? Okay, in those occasions like this, is individuals are coming like willingly.
Yeah.
And lawful to you are beyond this, all others beyond this, provided that you seek them in marriage with the gifts from your property, desiring chastity, not unlawful sexual intercourse. Versus Muhammad Hijab's translation is like mistresses.
He says, court them with your wealth. Court them. It sounds a bit like you're paying for dinner, not pay them wages. He's saying court them with your wealth.
Yeah, like that is like Oh yeah, we just had a fun. Let me pay the bill for this one. It's okay. I'll pay
For the
it.
dinner.
Yeah, I'll
There's
pay
no.
it. It was just like for 10 minutes sex. Those of you who don't follow the Surah 424, in Islam there is something called muta marriage. It is actually not even marriage. It is prostitution, but they label it as marriage. That means man can have sex, married man or single man can have sex with a woman and then pay the woman for the pleasure he received from that sex. And it can be 3 nights, it can be, I don't know, 5 years, 99 years. As soon as they agree with the price, as soon as like she's been paid for the sex they are gonna have. And yeah, I'll call it like prostitution, but in Islam that goes under the label of marriage. Allah allows people to have such a things.
Yeah.
In this one, see, like Muslims know that it is very ugly, very, very ugly. And at Speaker's Corner, they were not able to justify and kind of tell us like how disgusting it is. Yet they were telling us, even some of the Muslim missionaries at Speaker's Corner are practicing this. Now, when you put it to translation, how lovely it is, you know? You just get the bill. You just had a dinner. You just had a sex for 10 minutes. Oh, let me pay for this. Like, it will cover your cost to travel here, you know? It's like another date. Let me get the bill.
The Arabic says "tabtaghu bi amwalikum." Seek with your money. There's no word for court anywhere. And then it says pay them their wages for what you have enjoyed sexually.
You
Doesn't
can
say give them dowries. Dowry is mahr. There's no word for mahr in the whole verse.
like after you had sex, you can simply say, actually, I know our contract was, our promise to one another was for £25 or for £5 for this sex, but actually I don't think I enjoy that much. So what I'll do is I'll give you only that amount of money. Pleasure you receive. Pleasure you receive. But see how they labeled is actually Arabic word is nikah, by the way, and nikah is the word which has been used for the sexual intercourse, not marriage, because in our mind sex takes place within marriage between husband and wife, but that is not the case in Islam. Look, Sahih International puts here sexual intercourse versus other individual, puts here as marriage.
Marriage. And even if you're just an English speaker, you can tell this is about money and sex because look how much is talking about what is stipulated, what is agreed. If you come to another agreement afterwards, then it's okay. What and seek with your wealth, court them by means of your wealth. What is wealth got to do with a loving marriage? Money shouldn't be there at all. But all this stipulation, it sounds like a contract for something that is sordid.
Am I correct to say, sister, that
Yes.
am I correct to say this Arabic word is not marriage, zawaj, but it's nikah?
Yes. There's no word for marriage there at all. The word for marriage is zawaj. That word is not in that verse.
Yeah, we did cover that as well in our videos. Do check that as well. Okay, which one should we go next? We are in Surah 4. Let's go Surah 4 verse 34.
34, yeah.
Yeah,
The nice.
that's the beat your wife one. Okay, remember?
You remember the word is beat.
So let's see.
Let's see what they say.
What happened to the word? Let's see. Surah
Yeah.
434. Yeah, it's here. So just before we move forward, notice that in Fadil Suleiman's translation, it is strike them. But let's go to Mohammed Hijab and Sahih International. Okay. Sister,
Mhm.
men are in charge of women by right of what Allah has given one over the other. Versus other one is says, men are the ones who should support women using what Allah has given some of them over others.
Support. There's no
Yeah,
word for
support.
support here.
Like my wife needs emotional support. I am gonna give emotional support to my wife. Oh, my wife needs support for high heel shoes. I am gonna give my wife that son's support.
Okay, just in case we have some Arabs here, the word for support is yad'am. Yad'am. Please tell me where that word is in the whole verse.
It's not that, like, just even look at the Sahih International. Men are in charge of women. That's good thing. Like, not, so what we want is, we want the world to know this protected people group, protected religion, Israeli needs to be protected. And only way this religion can be protected is once we get rid of, the kind of most reliable translations. Okay, so let's move to the second sentence. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I read the Sahih International one, sister, and then you have the
Mm-hmm.
Mohammed Hijab one. So,
Mm.
so righteous women are devotedly obedient, guarding in the husband's absence what Allah would have them guard.
Mm-hmm.
Can you read the Muhammad Hijab's 1 second sentence?
He says, honorable women are steadfast to Allah, between brackets God, and to their supporters, guarding the unseen just as Allah, between brackets God, has it guarded.
Righteous woman turned to be the honorable woman. Okay.
Yes.
So let's check, continue. But those wives whom you fear arrogance, first, that's not in Arabic, so I'll just read it as advise them,
Mm-hmm.
forsake them in bed, and strike them.
Mm-hmm. Do
So
you want to
what
hear what
does,
Muhammad Hijab wrote?
of course, I love to know.
Admonish those women whose surliness you fear, in parenthesis, if it did not work, then leave them alone in their beds, between brackets, give them your back in beds, in parenthesis, if it did not work, and parenthesis again, even hit them, parenthesis, very lightly and symbolically if necessary.
Oh, don't you want to become a Muslim right now? Admonish those women who is surlines. What does that mean, sister?
It means surliness means when she has a really bad temper,
Okay, when she's like
out of
she's
control.
just like, it's lockdown now. She's just so stressed. Remember, it was on the news actually a couple of days ago. One of the Muslim men couldn't handle the lockdown. He killed his wife. Muslim man killed his Muslim wife. It's like in one of those occasions, okay? Your wife is just like so stressed out.
She's out of control.
Yeah, she's stressed out. Probably she's having her period. She's stressful or out of control. Okay? When you fear in those moments, if it didn't work, if it didn't work, okay? So you admonish them. So you admonish them and that didn't work. Then what do is you go to same bed, and then all you've got to do is just turn your back to your wife. Okay? It's not like kick them out from the bed. Not forsake them in bed, but go in the same bed and then turn your back to your wife. It's all lovely. It's all
if you
lovely.
see lots of brackets, that's a cue that they're trying to change it.
Yeah.
Just
And then come to the magical one. And if that didn't work, and even hit them very lightly and symbolically if necessary. How do you symbolically hit someone, sister?
pretend that she's the wall. I don't know how you can symbolically hit someone. And if necessary, there's no such thing as if necessary.
Yeah, so Arabic is already messed up. Just like even like the translation, like
Very
how do you symbolically hit someone?
and very lightly is not there, and surliness is not there. The word is nushuz, disobedience. So he changed it from if you fear disobedience, he changed it to if you fear her temper, her anger. She's a monster, basically, is he saying. And if all these things don't work, then hit her symbolically.
So you married a monster, or you made you turned that woman to monster, and now you have to deal with her. What you've got to do is,
Hit her symbolically.
yep, that I'm sure it will work. I'm sure it will work, sister.
Because out of the husband and wife, it's usually the temper of the wife that we're scared of because she's the physically more powerful one. Right?
I know. Like, can you imagine? Like you've got like 2 meters husband, or one, I don't know, 170 or something, and then this wife is just like, husband, can you sit little bit on? Can you kind of sit on the sofa? I want to beat you. I know you are so afraid of me, and I know you can't beat me because, like, I've got like this like stress now. Just look at my face. I'm just already so stressed. I need to punch someone, but you are too strong. I can't punch you. Let me tie you, and then I'll punch you. And at the end, all you can do is symbolically beat me to discipline me. Why? Because you should be supporting me. Not like you are in charge of me. You are my supporters. Right now, I need the support from someone else to come and punch me. Punch you, sorry. Can I get that?
And sister, notice that when somebody lies, they don't do very well. He actually contradicted himself in the translation. He said, leave them alone in bed, but give them your back in bed. Is it leave them alone or is it give them your back?
So, like, you just don't touch her,
But he said, leave the bed. So how do you leave somebody alone, but you're still in the bed? You just turn your back.
Maybe like you just buy another bed instead of like instead of king size bed. Now you've got like 2 single bed next to each other. And then you say to your wife, okay, now I'm not gonna touch you. You can see like there is a space. We are sitting in the different beds, and what I'm gonna do is get ready. I'm going to beat you symbolically, and
Very lightly.
if necessary, very lightly and symbolically, like handkerchief. Get ready. Get ready. I'm gonna beat you with the handkerchief, and but it's gonna be symbolically anyway.
Sister, I have a question for you.
Why are you
If
asking me the question, sister? It's
if
not
it's
my Quran.
yeah, he's your friend, sister. You still know him. If it's symbolic, why should it be very light? It's symbolic. You can do it as hard as you can. It's only symbolic.
I
Why did he
know.
add very lightly?
Yeah, if it is like symbolic, you can just even like pretend you are punching like as it's, I don't know. But holes needs to be fixed, people. There are holes. There are really, really holes. And holes needs to get fixed. And one of the way we fix it, we hide the translation. We hide the translation because we've got all Western world, those Western, especially Western females. Everyone is feeling so sorry about this protected people group. What we do is, what are we gonna do is, we are gonna change the translation and people will fall in love with this. Can you imagine? Everyone wants men to be the supportive of woman. That's where we come up with the theology of Muhammad is the best feminist ever.
Yeah, Abbas will love this because he loves all this symbolic metaphor
Yeah.
explanation. So he's gonna love this translation.
Yeah.
Which verse shall we go to, sister?
Okay, so we did 34. Let's go. We are in Surah 4. Let's go Surah 4 verse 171.
Okay.
So that's the verse which is where Jesus is identified as the word of God and the spirit from Allah, and the one which says like do not say three. 471. Let's see. Look what he put it there. Deception, full of deception. Jesus Christ Jesus, the son of Mary, was merely Allah's messenger, and his word, his order, which he cast into Mary, and a spirit proceeding from him. Believe in Allah alone and his messengers, and do not say three. Stop it. Will it be better for you? Allah is having any son. Allah is beyond of having any son, let alone Jesus. But what do you think, sister? So suddenly what we have is, so you remember we used the argument that Jesus is the word of God. Jesus, according to Islam, Jesus is the spirit of God, cast into Mary as the word of God, and then become baby Jesus. And then we would ask the question, oh, is the word of God separated from Allah or part of Allah? Now, he's like finishing that argument. That is not, in a sense, we understand the word of God. In a sense, it is like order be, Allah said be, and that it is. Therefore, they want to kind of put this as Adam, the argument which goes like Allah made Adam from B, and then therefore Adam happened to be, but which didn't work because Allah didn't make Adam with the word B. But anyway, so to just get rid of that argument, translation is very clear. His order.
I don't like how he puts merely in brackets and believe in Allah alone in brackets. These words are not in the Arabic. He's emphasizing a meaning that's not there.
Yeah, because Islam doesn't make sense, therefore they need to put it there.
It's just terrible system.
Welcome to the world of Islam. Nothing wrong with this, sister. Come on. People who are working with, who are missionaries on the field, who don't know how to defend Islam, all you do is you simply get rid of the arguments which you have not been able to answer for long time.
Amen. Shall we see the bleeding boys, sister?
Yeah, just a moment. Just let me just emphasize in here as well. Remember, three. Do not say three. Why? Because Allah is only one God. One Allah, one God. Quran doesn't understand when Christians says we say three persons. Silly, Allah doesn't even understand that basic. Therefore, they imply in here Christians believe in three gods. Okay, let's go to the bleeding boys. That was 56, Surah 56.
Yeah, verse 19.
Yeah, bleeding boys. I love this one. That was very.
You remember the numbers very well, sister. I had to look it up.
Because I use like the thing is like the things I remember is different than the things you would remember. That would be verse 19.
Yeah, 19. Let's see what Muhammad Hijab says about the bleeding
This is the bleeding boys.
part.
Sorry,
Yeah.
non-bleeding boys. Muslim man is gonna get in Islamic paradise. Non-bleeding boys, okay? Remember, Islamic paradise is supposed to be like so wonderful. Oh, sorry, I just need to get. Okay. Okay, so Surah 56 verse 19. So we look at first Fadil Süleyman's translation. It says neither headache or intoxicated. Okay, that's like average translations. There was a big discussion about this. There was a big discussion about this at Speakers Corner regarding what is the purpose of those boys? What is going to happen to those boys that they are not going to bleed? And now, see translation of Muhammad Hijab.
Will not upset them.
So you don't upset these boys.
Why would they be upset, Muhammad Hijab? What would happen to them to make them upset?
They are already servant, and those eternal boys who are supposed to be not bleeding is been translated as those eternal boys will not don't upset them, nor dull their
Very funny.
senses. Not funny, full of deception. If you want to see what deception looks like, all you've got to do is look at the eyes of the followers of Islam who translated these books. Those
Where is the
eternal
word
boys.
Terrible. Sorry.
Go on,
Where is
sister.
the word for upset? There's no word for upset.
Are you sure? Oh, sorry, my picture is there. Sorry, I'm standing in the wrong place. Let me move myself. You can see the Arabic. So those are the eternal boys who are not going to be bleeding after they're serving you. Whatever you are gonna do to them, they're not gonna bleed. Okay, I'm not gonna name the names because just I get called Islamophobia when I label the things. And now that has been changed as they're not gonna be upset. Oh, eternal boys, if it is not gonna upset you, can I just do something to you? Oh, eternal boys, if it's not gonna upset you, can I just get wine or something? Just.
And it says, and nor will it dull their senses.
Yep. What are they
Why
going
will
to do?
What will dull their senses and upset them? It's just horrible, sister.
This is paradise. We are talking about approximately 80,000 non-bleeding boys. Lots of boys, and those boys are eternal, and they are young boys, by the way. Listen, I'm not saying man, they are boys. They are boys. I'm not talking about like the stories where like Muhammad sucked the tongues of the boys or those things. This is like boys in Islamic paradise. You don't want to upset people in Islamic paradise. They're like, people will be upset. It's supposed to be
Just
like
think, Muslims.
non-bleeding. After you do something to them, they are not gonna bleed. Those eternal young boys. But it's been translated as, don't upset them. Don't
Don't
hurt
worry, they
their
won't.
feelings. It is
Don't
all
worry.
about feelings now. Don't hurt their feelings. They will be upset when they're serving you those things which they're not going to bleed.
You're saying don't feel guilty about it. They won't be upset. It's okay.
Okay, let's look at the breast one. Sorry, I need to use books one.
Surah 78,
yeah.
verse 33.
Yeah, so let's go to the breast one. So this is the one. Those beautiful woman Muslims are going to get in Islamic paradise. 78:33.
Yeah, let's see how they gloss over that one.
Okay, it's here. Okay. So, traditionally, this has been translated as this beautiful woman with big, beautiful breast, full breast, and those women would be like old in the same age. According to Islamic tradition, age was 33, and those are the like gifts are giving to the Muslim man. Okay, so. Sahih International is being like kind of traditional translation, how we know it, and full breast of equal age. What is the Muhammad's hijab say, sister?
As well as mature maidens. Their own age. So they're mature. He's too embarrassed to say big breasts. So he said, oh, they're mature.
No, what is buxom mean, sister?
The good question, sister. This is English, old English.
Okay, let's go to check Google. I don't know that word, so do you know the word? I don't know what is like.
I think
that
it does. It means like voluptuous, like curvy, I guess. But I just love how he put mature in brackets.
Let me just go to the translation.
He put a respectful old English word, and then he puts mature to make it sound better.
Okay. It can be translated as fat.
Yeah, like big.
Yeah, full, fat, big-breasted, large-breasted. Oh, okay. I shouldn't have searched that because it gives me very bad pictures. But don't please don't check it out because the pictures are not very nice. It gives you like what it means. So these big breasts are maidens their own age. What does that mean? Their own age? It's supposed to be they all supposed to be equal age.
And it's not their own age. They're all the same age as each other, not the men's age. And by the way, they're not mature. And the tafsirs, they say they are girls who have just entered puberty, like maybe age 13, 14. So they're not mature. So this is incorrect. What do you think, sister?
I'm just still imagining, sister. Full of deception.
Yes.
What is the reason? Do you think he was a bit upset to use the word breast over there, sister?
He didn't use the word breast at all. Do you notice?
Yeah.
It's because he's embarrassed. So he's got more morals than Muhammad, well, than Allah.
Good-hearted. Bless his heart. That's what people would say, British people. Bless
his. Well, I wouldn't bless his heart because he's being deceptive. If he doesn't like the book, he should just leave it, not try and change it. It's funny because Muslims say that the Quran has never been changed and they pride themselves on that, but they're trying to change it.
Sister, someone needs to fill the holes. What do you expect? This is how you fill the holes. Look. Holes are here. These holes needs to be filled. Okay.
All right, next, shall we go to... I want to go to Surah 2, verse 222, where it says menstruation is harmful. I want to see what he says.
Yeah, that one. After that, we go to the next one, which talks about... Oh,
sorry, sister. I got excited.
No, that's fine. That's what we are going to do tonight. We are just going to check this out. Check this out. So all we are doing. If anyone has like favorite verse, do you want us to check? Those are not our favorite verses. We are just like, those are the verses we used against Muslim missionaries at Speakers Corner. So we are just checking them, like how they translated it.
Brother Nur al-Masih is written in Arabic, says Ibn Abbas and Mujahid says that the word in Arabic for the breasts means that they've just started developing breasts, so they are virgins, they are young. Thank you, brother.
That makes it much disgusting. I'm not sure if you need to share that information. It just makes people feel sick. And remember, what are the purpose of those breasts? For those breasts, these beautiful young seen-through women are given to the Muslim man in the intention for them to meet the Muslim man's sexual desire.
Yeah, and it will make men now, they'll make them perv on these young girls because it's talking about it like it's desirable. So it'll put this idea in their head that, you know what I mean. fleshly desires towards young teenagers in this life, because that's what they're looking forward to in the afterlife, isn't it?
Okay. Let's focus. Focus.
Okay.
Something happens to the women once a month, which makes them end up in hell. Muslim women, of course, not
Yeah.
not the Christians. Tell us, sister. Read it. That's not very good, actually.
So in the Arabic, it says that
But
menstruation is other. Other means harmful. So Muhammad Hijab, guess what he says? It's a nuisance.
nuisance. Oh,
A nuisance. Look, all the translations saying hurt. It's saying harm, and that's as you can see, Sahih International,
so
and
what is nuisance, sister?
like something that annoys you. You know, like say there's a fly
So does it annoy, like,
around,
in this sentence, is it supposed to be annoying the woman, or is it supposed to be annoying the man?
annoying the man.
Hmm.
It says it's a
Why?
nuisance to keep away from women during menstruation.
So it is annoying them because they can't have sex with the woman in those times.
Yeah, but he's changed it because he knows that it is not. Periods are a normal part of life of a healthy lady. It's not harmful. That was a scientific mistake by the Quran. So he changed it from harm to nuisance. Irritating, yes. Thank you, John Doe. It's the irritation. What do you think, sister?
I'm struggling to understand why Allah thinks uh, while women are deficient, they will be in hell. In somehow Allah identifies man as intelligent. Not sure.
Well, if it's a nuisance according to Allah, then why did he create women that way?
Yeah.
He just created them to be irritating.
Poor Muslims. Heartbreaking. The way they translate their own thing. Let's go to this women are your field ones.
Okay, yeah, the very next verse.
Okay, so this is the uh, rape in marriage. That's how it has been used in today's language. Surah 2, 223. You can have sex with your wife however, whenever you want. Who cares how she's like? She says no, she says headache. Remember, other Islamic traditions, like, even if you go to bed annoyed that your husband didn't you didn't have sex with your, if husband goes to bed as annoyed that you didn't have sex with him, all heavenly beings are going to come and curse you. Okay, Surah 2, 223 is husband can have sex with the wife however, whenever he wants. Let's see how it's been translated. This seems all right.
Yeah, it's not
Your
too bad.
wives are for you to cultivate. So go to your cultivation however you wish. Send things on ahead for yourself and heed Allah. Know that you will be meeting him. Proclaim such to believers. That's okay. Not that bad.
Are meant for you to cultivate. Meant here is not in the Arabic, and
Yeah.
I think it was put in to soften it.
To make it sense, yeah.
Yeah, like Allah created them for you that way, trying to make it poetic.
He thinks he's like Rumi of 2021, but yeah. So your wives are tilt to you. Your wives are place of cultivation. What do you do to the farm? Like, even like language is like wife is being described as a field, and then go and kind of work in the field, just like. And job of that field is to make babies and make more babies and make more babies.
I have an objection on whenever. The word anna also means however.
Yeah.
So Yusuf Ali got it right. When or how you will.
Yeah. When you look at the background of this, it talks about how one of the women, it's gonna be this. I'm not gonna be Islamophobia. I'm a very nice person. So when you look at the background of it, you will see that woman doesn't want to have sex in certain way. She goes and complains to they go and complain to Muhammad, and then Muhammad says, excuse me, you can have sex with her however, whenever you want. That's like
Right.
2021. It is called rape within marriage. But welcome to the world of Islam. Let's look at to your
Shall we look at
friends. Don't take them as friends. 551.
551? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one, sister.
551. Please, people, if you want us to check any verse for you, just let us know. Surah
There's a Muslim
551. Yeah.
there's a Muslim in the chat saying that Quran is boring.
Quran is boring.
I
Tell
agree.
that to Allah. Tell that to Allah. His book, his eternal book, is boring, and I think it looked much better with the holes. And now, holes, it wasn't that boring. Now, when you try to fix it, it become more deception and more boring. Bad Allah, naughty Allah.
I agree. The Quran is extremely boring. When it's not disturbing you and scaring you, it is boring. Yes, I agree. So 551, what does he say, sister?
So 551 is like don't take Jews and Christians as your friends, okay? That's supposed to be the verse. Let's see. Oh, sorry, my eyes are a bit funny right now.
It says Muhammad Hijab is saying, do not accept Jews and Christians as sponsors.
Ah, like you are gonna do fundraising. Can you sponsor me? No, I can't. Oh,
Yes.
I'm gonna run the London Marathon. Can you be my sponsor? No, I can't because I'm Jewish and Christian. Uh-oh.
Because he says because they are sponsors for one another. The word is awliya in Arabic, and by the way, he translates that word in another verse as friends. Surah 60 verse 1 is the same word. He translates it as friend in that verse because it's not embarrassing. But here he uses sponsors.
And just look at the Yusuf Ali translation.
What does it say?
Friends. Yusuf Ali
Friends.
says friends. Mohammed Hijab says sponsors. I'm gonna run for the marathon. Can you sponsor me? I'm gonna donate my kidney. Can you be my sponsor? I'm gonna whatever occasions you need for sponsor, then Jewish and Christians can't be them because why they are sponsor of one another.
I don't understand it, sister. Now he's making the Quran look even more stupid. Because if a Jew or Christian wants to sponsor me and give me money to run a marathon, why can't they? They're trying to be nice, right?
Okay, let's go to Surah 60 verse 1. Same word has been used here.
Yeah, awliya.
My enemy and your own enemy as friends.
Well, I wonder why he translated it correctly here.
Come on, sister. You are just so heartbreaking, sister.
It's the same
You
word,
have
awliya.
no mercy for those who are deceiving. Like I remember,
Yes.
you know, they Muslim missionaries were doing fundraising for bring clean water to some part of Africa. We could simply say like, actually, no, we can't give you money because we are Jews and Christians.
Yeah, you can't ask me. Basically, Muslims can't do it, a sponsored marathon in the United Kingdom because a lot of people you're going to run into are Jews and Christians. Are you going to stop them in the road and say, no, let me check first. Are you a Jew or Christian? No, you
Yeah.
can't sign my form. I don't want your money. Because Muhammad Hijab said, I cannot take you as sponsors. That's funny, sister. Yeah, the word is awliya, Surah 60, verse 1. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا تتخذوا عدوي وعدوكم أولياء. Don't take my enemy and your enemy as friends. Surah 551. Do not accept لا تتخذوا اليهود والنصارى أولياء. Do not take Jews and Christians as friends.
And when we look at the Surah 1062, where Allah and his friend circle, what we get to see is, it's on the screen, Allah, can you see it, sister?
Yes.
Surah 1062.
Adherents.
What happened to the friends? Yusuf Ali translated as Allah's friends of Allah. What is that adherence means? Let me Google that thing.
Adherent. Why is he using Shakespearean language? The Arabic is so simple.
You are shamed Allah having friends, sister.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Allah is lonely, needy. No one likes him because of his shin. Let me check that word actually. What is that word means? Good luck tonight. Bağlılık. Dependence.
Awliya means friends. Doesn't mean
loyal,
adherence.
Loyal and dependent. According to my translation.
Well, if he's stuck with his
Allah is
own
loyal.
translation.
Loyal. Oh well. Anyway.
If he's stuck with own translation, it should have been sponsors of Allah. It's the same word, awliya.
But in here it's loyal. Poor
So it
Allah.
changes.
Allah's friends. Again, Allah becomes lonely. Poor, needy God. Someone just said adherents means also followers. Well, according to my dictionary, is loyal and dependent. Depend which dictionary you are checking, but according to Muslims, it's not clearly.
Well, that's different in Arabic again. It's not awliya if it's followers. It's it's atba', or yattabi'un, which means to follow.
Yeah, same word used in the 3 different verses. Sponsor, friends, and adherents. That's just not good at all. Not good at all.
Atba' in Arabic means followers.
Okay, let's go to 929.
Yeah, Surah 9 is going to be great. Surah 9 is going to be butchered.
Let's go to 929.
Surah 9 will be butchered, I guarantee you.
Let's start with 9.5. Okay, that's like one of the ones we used to use at Speaker's Corner. Okay, so when the forbidden months are past, then kill the polities wherever you find them and capture them and besiege them and sit in wait for them at every place of ambush. Okay? And then if they become Muslim, just let them go. That's like Orthodox or traditional translation as it's been. And now,
it's the correct translation.
Let's see what is Muhammad's hijab translation is.
When the hallowed months have slipped away. Oh, so poetic. Then fight associators. Oh, kill has changed to fight. Infidels has changed to associators. Wherever you may find them, take them and besiege them and waylay them at every outpost.
What does waylay means?
Waylay means to stop or interrupt.
Oh.
Outpost is a small military camp on the outskirts, a distance away from the main army.
Look how lovely it is.
Interrupt them. It's meant to say, sit and wait for them at every place of ambush.
Yep, and then what do you do? Express your love towards them.
It's not to interrupt or stop them. Like, it's like someone crossing the road. You say, no, don't cross here. Turn around, take another way.
It is sad in a sense. Let's go to 28 and 29.
Yes. Also 9:16, sister, if you have time. It's about the one where Allah doesn't know anything.
I am. Because we are looking at the war, first let's look at this one.
Okay.
So 28 is the one where we are called as like filthy. Let's see. Let's see how it has been translated. Sorry, that's 28. 28 is like Muhammad is crying, okay, we don't have money, what we are gonna do? We can't get there, and then we are called like filthy people, and then Allah gives the solution in verse 29. Indeed, the polytheists are unclean, so let them approach the Masjid al-Haram after this their final year. Allah will enrich you from His bounty if He wills. Okay. Do you wanna read the Muhammad Hijab translation?
You believe associators are nothing but filthy, so they should not approach the hallowed mosque after this year that they still have. If you should fear destitution, Allah will enrich them. Yeah, that's fine, except that it's not nothing but filthy. It just says they are filthy. So, yes, I accept the word filthy.
I am clean by the blood of Lord Jesus Christ. My heart, my brain, all of myself is being cleansed by the blood of Lord Jesus Christ. I am not filthy at all. Allah made a mistake.
Sorry, I just meant the translation. I accept that. But I don't accept the whole thing, obviously.
Surah 9:29. This is like you make people of the book to pay jizya.
Oh yes.
Okay. Do you want to read it, sister?
Yes. It says, fight those who believe in Allah, not in Allah, nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which has been forbidden by His messenger, nor acknowledge the religion of truth, even if they are people of the book, until they pay the jizya with willing submission and feel themselves subdued.
No, I thought you were going to read the Muhammad Hijab translation.
Oh, sorry, Muhammad Hijab. Yeah, sorry. That's Yusuf Ali. Muhammad Hijab says, fight the ones who do not believe in Allah, between brackets God, nor the last day, nor forbid whatever Allah, between brackets God, and His messenger has forbidden, nor profess the true religion among those who were given the book, between brackets the Bible. Interesting. He told Allah the name of the book. Until they pay the poll tax of their own accord and act submissive.
Just remember, the moment Muslims make a claim regarding your book is not reliable, bring up this verse. My book is identified as Bible, the one I am holding in my possession, okay? Until they pay the poll tax. Nope. That's called the jizya.
Poll tax.
It's
Of
supposed
their
to
own
say
accord.
jizya. Yeah. Like
That
you are
means
gonna say, oh government, dear Muslim government, I've got this like 7,500 pounds. I was wondering if I can give you this money as with my own willingly as a tax. Like, have you got anything you scheduled for me to pay tax? If you haven't, I've got like this money. I want to give it to you as a tax. Maybe you can go and build another mosque.
who pays a tax? The people that are conquering you, who pays the conquerors money willingly? Who pays any money willingly? I hardly pay money willingly when I need to be paying it. I don't like it. Imagine paying it to your enemy willingly.
Yeah, and like it's just like, remember, it's important. Like, image museums are trying to give is a tax. You give tax because you want on Thursday bin man to come and collect your bin. You give tax because you want your water to run. In here, no, you are paying something called jizya, not because you want someone to come and build your thing. No, because you are paying that money to be protected by your Muslim governor. They are protecting you from themselves, therefore you are giving them the money. It's like mafia. You know, you give money to mafia and mafia don't touch you. They give you some free will. And you've got to act
submissive. There's no word for act. It means and until they are submissive. Act submissive here means he's trying to say that they were not acting submissive before. He's trying to say that they were violent before. You see? Whereas the true translation is in Shakir, he says, and they are in a state of subjugation, of humiliation. That's what it means, not acting submissive. Acting submissive, a cat can act submissive. It means in a state of humiliation and subjugation. It's terrible, sister.
Why do you call it terrible, sister? It's beautiful.
Because he didn't even put a bracket here, sister. He's acting as if this act word is in the text when it isn't. Yeah.
As people read this, people would fall in love with Islam. Don't you think so? Okay,
Surah
9:16.
9:16.
Yeah, go to,
Yes.
sorry. Sorry, I'm in the wrong screen. 9:16.
9:16 is where he lies outright. Just letting you know. Yeah, I love my sister Marian's comment. Please take my money.
I've got this money. I've been hiding. I've been waiting for you to come and conquer.
We got too much money. Come take it. Why haven't you come before?
Yeah, like, yeah, where have you been? It's like, where have you been? I've been hiding this money, so you come and conquer. Okay.
Okay.
Or do you think you will be abandoned once Allah knows which of you have struggled and did not adopt anyone as an alien beside Allah, His messenger and believers? Allah is informed anything you do.
Outright lie. The verse says, or do you think you will be left alone while Allah has not yet known? وَلَمَّا يَعْلَمِ اللَّهُ. Here he says, once Allah knows.
So Allah, we did lots of questions at Speakers Corner why Allah cannot be God according to Muslim criteria. When Muslims question that Jesus is not God because he doesn't know the hour, I brought up verses again and again from the Quran. Allah doesn't know who are the believers in Surah 3 verse 144 to 46, and Surah 9 verse 16. Allah doesn't know. And now see how it's been translated. While Allah has not known, poor Allah is like lacking knowledge, but it's been translated as once Allah knows. There was a time and place Allah didn't know. Still I will use that. There was a time and place Allah didn't know. Now Allah knows that you've been struggling. Oh, poor you.
Yeah, he doesn't realize that it's this. Again, it doesn't change the fact that even if it is once Allah has known, which is, it means that, like he said, once before a time he didn't know. But it's not once he knows, he won't leave you alone. He says, you will not be left alone. I will test you to see which one, so I know which one is good.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying in the verse.
Allah needs test to know who are the believers. Allah needs to test who are struggling. Allah needs to test poor, like bad, poor unknowing Allah. Not good at all. Not good at all.
Where shall we go next, sister?
Let's go Surah 98 verse 6.
I think he gets that one right. I've
98.
checked the scientific miracles in Islam, you know, the sun setting in a murky spring and the backbone and ribs. He translates them correctly, thankfully, for now.
Even in his translation, he calls us worst of creatures.
Yeah. He still has a grudge.
That's not good at all. That doesn't look like very bridge builder. Okay, we can take a couple of from the chat if anyone wants us to check. Dear beloved ones or dear Muslim guests, If you want us to check any translations, we can check some of them.
Okay, let me just look at the chat to see.
I thought you were looking at the chat.
Yeah, I was, but there wasn't a request. We can't have a look, sister, until they look. Surah 56, verse 37 is quite funny.
We can look at the abused one as well. Sorry, which ones did you say, sister?
Surah 56, verse 37. It's about the Huris in paradise.
They are easy to get along with. And they're all in the same age.
Easy to get along with.
Yep.
I wonder what he means by easy to get along with. Does that mean, sexual exploitation? Is that what it means? So I just thought that was quite funny.
Piktal says lovers and friends. Mohammed Hijab says they are easy to get along with. Like you can do to them whatever you want. Like they are easy to get along.
No, they're easy to subjugate is what it is. We got 65 verse 4, sister, from the chat.
Okay, 65. Okay, I'll come to that. Let me look at the 33 verse 59.
Okay.
33, 59.
We got a few requests now, sister.
We've got requests. We should charge them.
People know the Quran very well.
It is appropriate they may be recognized and not molested. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's a okay translation.
Okay, so 65 verse 4. Sixty-five verse 4 is the verse about divorcing the child after having sex with them. Let's see how it's been translated. Do you want to read it, sister?
Sorry, sister, I'm just waiting for the screen to change.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. You can read it?
If you have any doubt concerning those women of yours who have finished with menstruation, then their count is 3 months, as it is with the ones who are still not menstruating.
Good translation.
That's disgusting. It doesn't change the fact that it is still disgusting. Let's go Surah 19 verse 19. That's the Jesus is sinless. And also we can actually check Surah 19 verse 19.
We got request for Surah 47 verse 4.
Okay, just a moment. This is disgusting. I'm very upset about this one. Look how it has been translated. He said, I am only your Lord's messenger to bestow a clean living boy on you. This is supposed to be the Jesus's sinless perfect boy, perfect son.
Clean living.
Yeah, clean living boy. That is just disgusting.
It's not clean living. Clean living is eating healthy, don't drink alcohol, don't eat, don't smoke. The word is zakiya, means pure, sinless. Shame on that.
Yeah, therefore I said like it's just disgusting.
Sick.
What was the verse, sister, you wanted me to check?
Surah 47 verse 4.
Oh yeah, that's the
and while you get it, Abel, yeah, I checked 21:33. It says both easts and both wests.
47
verse 4.
Whenever you encounter the ones who disbelieve during the war, by the way, seize them by their neck until once you have subdued them. Then tie them up as prisoners, either in order to release them later on or also ask for ransom, until war lays down her burdens. Thus shall you do, yet if Allah so wished, he might defend himself from them, in order that some of you may be tested by means of one another. The ones who have been killed in Allah's sake will never find their actions have been in vain. Verses: when you meet those who disbelieve, strike their neck when you have inflicted slaughter upon them, and secure bonds.
You see the deception here, sister?
Not
When
deception, sister.
you encounter
Come on, sister. Come on, sister. Show
when you
mercy.
when you encounter those who disbelieve, in brackets, during war. The verse doesn't say during war, it just says when you encounter them, anywhere you meet them. Why did he add during war?
Because they know. They have to put it there to say like it was just in that time, not for everyone.
Doesn't say in war. And why are they improving on Allah's word and adding things to explain it away?
Let me check Surah 66:12.
Okay.
Surah 66:12 is the chapter where spirit
he
of
blows into Mary's
private part.
I don't want to say. Yeah.
Well, let's see if Muslims were as shy as you. Oh my God, this is bad. And Mary, descendant of Imran, sorry. I thought it was like daughter of Imran.
No, she's a descendant.
Yeah, that's supposed to be like daughter of Imran, who preserved her chastity. We breathe some of our spirit. Oh, some. Yeah, I think it says some. SOME, some. Our spirit, in parentheses, through our angel Gabriel, Laya, into her womb, and she thereby confirmed her Lord's words and books. She was so prayerful.
Oh,
look how this is like really bad. Like, can you see how bad it is? They are ashamed that Allah thought Mary was 1,400 years old virgin, with putting her as the daughter of Imran in the time of Moses. Now Muhammad Hijab translate that as the descendant of Imran, and then we breathe some of our spirit. So Allah has, so this is like spirit of Allah. Don't believe in the parentheses when it says Gabriel, okay? Spirit of Allah is the creator according to Islam. If it is Gabriel, still there is a problem. Gabriel becomes a creator, takes the role and attributes of Allah. That is already double shirk. But anyway, so some of the spirit of Allah, not even like full, like think this is like 2.5 gram percent, sorry, 2.5% of the spirit of Allah into that's supposed to be like her private part, but they put it as her womb.
Terrible.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
We got Brother Tony Holly. He says 9:31 and 5:17.
9:31. Okay, let's go to 9:31. That's the like taking Jesus to be God. Sorry, I passed it. So 9:31 traditionally kind of verse implies that Jesus and Allah is God, but let's see. 9:31, it's here. Yeah. I read the Sai International one, Daughter of Christ. You read the other one. They have taken their scholars and monks as lords beside Allah and the Messiah, son of Mary. And they are not commanded except to worship one God. There is no deity except him. Exalted is he above whatever they associate with him. See, plus Jesus. Do you want to read the Muhammad Hijab translation, sister?
They have adopted their scholars and monks as lords instead of Allah, between brackets God, plus Christ. Plus the son of Mary. Yet they have been ordered to serve only God alone. There is no deity except him. Glory be to him, ahead of whatever they may associate with him. There's no word for plus. And this, it's not even in parentheses.
No, implication was, is Jesus God alongside of Allah? So they are just playing to make sure that it doesn't say that. Let's go to 5:116.
It should have said were, and he puts extra commas as well. Yes, we've got more.
Did you say to people, take me and... When Allah said, Jesus, son of Mary, have you told people, take me and my mother as two Allahs instead of Allah alone? I think verse was saying, take deities beside Allah.
Yeah.
It's been translated as two Allahs instead of Allah alone. He said, glory to it is not my place to say what I have no right to say. If I had said it, you would already know about it.
There's no such thing as two Allahs. The word is ilahain, two gods. It didn't say Allahain. It says ilahain. Allah can't be a plural. Allah's a name. So he mistranslates because he's been translating Allah as God all along when the word for God is ilah. So when it came to two ilahs, he had to change it to two Allahs.
It needed to be deities there.
Yeah, there's no such thing as two Allahs. It's like saying two Hatuns.
Yeah, but like it makes sense that because Allah is like girlfriend, struggles to have girlfriend, all those kind of things. So in here it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. Islam is false religion. Muhammad is false prophet. Allah is false God.
And again, he put alone in parenthesis when it's not in the Arabic. We got Surah 23, verse 14, the best of creators.
I forgot that one. Look, that one was my favorite. That was
23, verse 14.
Yes.
Yes, brother.
Sorry, 40 or 14, sister?
1-4, sister.
Sorry, that hasn't stuck in my mind because I didn't get a chance to have proper arguments about this one.
We got so many.
Surah
23.
Yeah, Surah 23, verse 14. Allah is the best of creators, yes.
You translated correctly.
It says creators, like there are a couple of them and then Allah is one of them.
Okay, very good.
Allah is best. Allah is best whatever he does. Allah is the best of deceivers. Allah is the best of creators. Allah is the best of liars. And this goes on and on and on. It goes on and on and on.
We got summaries. Says DCCI Ministries, do 8:12.
Surah 8:12. And on and on and on. Your love never fails. Surah 8:12. Allah is gonna cast panic into the hearts of those who believe instead of Allah is gonna cast terror. I'm having panic attack.
Oh.
Why? Because Allah is casting panic in my heart instead of like it used to be terror. See?
Wow.
So your Lord inspires the angels. Remember, this is the verse where Allah and angels are terrorists, okay? I am with you, so brace those who believe. I shall cast panic into hearts of those who disbelieve. So strike at the nape of their necks and beat beat every fingertips of theirs. Oh,
Oh, very good.
no.
Oh, but it's
Get,
meant to say strike every fingertip.
yeah, strike upon their necks and strike from them every fingertips, and it's supposed to say like cast terror in their hearts.
Yeah,
That's not good at all.
should be strike twice. The verse uses the same word strike, idribu, twice, so I don't know why he changed it to beat. Sugarcoating it. We got 5, Surah 5, verse
So
116.
you just like beat the fingertips and
Like, you
then
know, you need.
struck their neck and then cast panic in their heart. I'm having
Oh,
panic attack, dear Allah, just caused panic in my heart. Car was coming, I'm panicked. Someone steal my bag, I am panicked. This is like panicked, okay? Terror is like just like very, very different, but still Allah is terrorist and his angels are terrorists. Anyway, this
yep.
part is like funny. Beat every
It's like
finger.
you're beating a child. It's not beat, it's strike
Like,
with a sword.
yeah, when we were at school, if you do something wrong in the class, or if you answer wrong, teacher would beat with your fingertips with the ruler. I think this is like it's painful actually, but this is like in those moments. In here is like Allah is like Allah notice panic causing someone to have panic is not working, and striking their neck is not working, and now okay, let me just beat you from your fingertips. Not good, not good.
Sugarcoating.
Okay, sorry, what did you say? Which verse did you wanted to look at, sister? I
Phil
was gonna
said
look.
Surah 5, verse 116.
We did that.
Oh, we did that already. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry, Phil.
that's the one like um Allah, Jesus, and Mary is like another gods next to Allah.
H2O saying, oh, this your fake translations. This is not our, is it, sister?
Is this my name? Does it say? Let's read this together. Does it say Hatun Tash?
No, it says Muhammad Hijab.
U H A M
Wow.
Hijab. Last time when I checked, my name was not spelled like that. And that doesn't look like daughter of Christ's name at all. It is too
No.
short.
And we don't like it either that it's so deceptive.
This is like your translations. Look, Fadil Suleiman, Piktal, Yusuf Ali, Sahih International. I've got lots of time. I don't even have time to brush my hair. I'm not gonna like make time to translate Quran. I am already dealing with the holes in the narrative. Remember, I wrote 37 different Arabic Qurans, and then I'm putting holes in them. It takes a lot of time. I don't have time to translate, let alone translate it and then put it online. Daughter of Christ might have. She's like already cooking pigs over there.
Oh yeah, Abbas was really upset that I ate the pig.
Oh, he was upset maybe because you didn't share. Sister, sharing is caring. He's upset you didn't share with him.
I'll tell you what, sister. I'll give you some for Speaker's Corner. You can give him some.
I'll think about it, sister. Like in that like over 2 hours journey, it will like already melted that smell, and I will kicked out of the
It'll be
train.
worth it. It'll be worth it. And why would we want to translate the Quran to make it sound better? It's like already sounds ugly no matter what you do to it. It's not a very good use of our time. I tell you what, if you don't like it, why don't you write to Quran.com say remove the deceptive translations from your site? You'll be doing us a favor as well, to be honest.
Not good at all. Not good at all.
It's funny, sister, that Muslims are angry at us for their brothers' translations. I don't understand that.
Yeah, complain to them like we've got life, you know. I know you might be thinking, really, we don't have life, but we do have life.
So what have we learned from all this, sister?
What we learned from all this is, actually, let me check Surah 3 verse 135. Let's check this one. Actually, we should check all the, like, how they translated the Spirit of Allah to Ruh of Allah, but we will come to that one. Oh,
Muslims are still saying it's boring.
Their Quran is boring. Give it
We're just
up.
reading your Quran, man. Don't have some respect.
Give it up.
The Quran itself says when the Quran is recited, you ought to listen. You're calling it boring. Are you even a Muslim anymore?
Actually, we can do a session to look at just like some doctoral applications of that. Tonight we just wanted to see what they translated, but yeah, not very good at all. We could check the flat earth, all those ones, you know, but anyway, we've been
I
live for
checked. I checked the flat Earth. He said spread it out. So yes, his translation is correct on that one.
Anyway,
What does it say?
it wasn't that, there wasn't anything. It was just like Allah is the one who is forgiving. We could check this.
Someone says Surah 24 verse 61. There's no blame on the blind. Why would there be any blame on the blind? Yes, good question. DCCI Ministries. What about the blood clot verse?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
we could do
Surah
lots of
98.
but
Surah 96. Sorry.
I'm just checking. Sorry, I thought I was sharing screen. I was just checking Surah 6 verse 101. It tells Allah has no consort. And then yeah, I think we can stop here.
Yeah, it does say blood clot. I just quickly checked. Sorry about that. Muhammad Hijab.
Okay, this is, I'm just being kind and want to help Umut with Surah 4 verse 34.
The one where you
Yeah,
beat them symbolically.
yeah, we did show it, but let's show again. 434. Symbolically beat your wife. I can't remember if I made the point in case we will forget in the future, but okay, is it 434? Admonish those women who surlines you fear. If it didn't work, then leave them alone in their beds. Now, bed is there, by the way, at this stage. Give them your back in the beds. If that didn't work, and even hit them very lightly and symbolically if necessary.
Oh. I'm surprised he didn't say with a toothbrush in parenthesis.
Yeah, symbolically toothbrush. And also, like, remember, men are the ones who should support women. Support them, come alongside of them when they are trying to beat you. Just like, oh, let me punch myself, you don't need to hurt your fingers. Anyway, on a serious note, it is seriously very bad of trying to fill the holes. They are just making more holes. Really more holes. Do we have any comments, any questions? If there are, we can take them. Otherwise, We will.
No, just people have just making fun of it. They're saying their beds. I think shouldn't it be your beds, as in both of theirs? Why is it just their beds?
It becomes their sister.
Should be our beds, I'm thinking. None of it makes sense. It's just, you can tell that someone's working hard to try and make this better, but it's still not working.
Remember, Sheikh Esikadi said, like, don't even come to the stage of
Yeah, skip over.
yeah, with your wife, like, skip that part because that doesn't just work. And now in the translations, it just come together as like, yeah, that doesn't work either. I was gonna make a point in case I forgot. While like wives are being beaten symbolically in this translation. So this is, remember what was the name of the website? Quran.com, where it says Fadıl Süleyman Bridges translation. All those red colors, okay, that this means like this translation has these words, red words are different in other translations. So you can also see, you also get to see like different translations of the Arabic Qurans. If you don't have the like PDF of book, then you can use this website. But one of the things with the websites happens quickly is they update it very quickly. They do update it very quickly. Things can change. So
Captain Bloodfire said bunk beds. You know what bunk beds are? Sister, that you got one bed at the top, one at the bottom.
yeah.
Well, that was really funny.
You give your wife the bunk beds.
Yeah, you let her sleep on the top.
Well.
Yeah, I think Yasser Qadi was right about skipping over, except that you should skip over the whole thing. Just skip over the whole Quran. Don't just skip over that part. I think over time, sister, the more and more deceptive translations will come in, and people will not know what the original Quran means over time.
Yeah. And especially like the Qurans you get to buy from the get to grab from Dawa tables doesn't even have English, because the point is once people have the English version, and which is like very much kind of become very nice version of Islam, that works to this for the deception of the people, and people fall into it very quickly, and they get deceived. That's the whole of the aim. And lots of people, let alone about Islam, they don't even know their own belief, therefore they are just there to jump into it. So it will work. Wonderful ideology.
You know what I've learned, sister, from today? Choose your sponsors wisely.
Yeah.
Just the funniest thing I've ever heard.
Choose your sponsors wisely. So
it's proof.
when you set up like GoFundMe accounts, those kind of things, make sure like you put a subtitle, like you put something box where people can tick, are you people of the book, are you Muslims, and then under the Muslim you can even like write down, are you Quran only Muslim, are you Salafi, are you this, are you this, are you this, and then just write, people will sponsor you.
That proves that the Quran knew about the future, because he knew about the sponsoring and the marathons and the GoFundMe.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Silly.
not good at all, not good at all. Anyway, do you want to summarize kind of proper for us, instead of like do not get sponsored?
Okay, sister, yes. Do not go sponsor, in case you just joined us. It's the fake new translation that we find under the name Muhammad Hijab. of Surah 5, verse 51, where he translated, do not take Jews and Christians as friends, to do not take them as sponsors. It's just like completely ridiculous translation. And we looked at lots of verses that Muslims are embarrassed about to see that the translations have been changed. That's why the title of this live stream is Muslim missionaries wrote their new Quran, because that was the only way that they could fill the holes in the Quran, is to just write a new Quran. So Allah hasn't preserved His Quran because all these Muslim missionaries have come now and they're introducing new translations, new Qurans, new meanings that are deceptive and wrong to the original Arabic. So go look at all the verses that we looked at, and we had some from the chat as well. And we checked them. Go to Quran.com and look and see the difference between the original sort of old translations, classical translations, and now the new translation, Muhammad Hijab translation, and you mentioned Sister Fadl's translation. And you'll see the difference. These newer translations that sugarcoat, that change, and they outright lie in some occasions and completely change the meaning of the verse. What do you think?
I just forgot. I think we should have mentioned this one, but probably we will touch this as we go on. This is the halala translation of Surah to halal. This is the translation for the halala marriage verse.
Okay.
But we will look at this. I just came to my mind now because there was like lots of conversation on this at Speaker's Corner as well. We will touch that. We will touch that. But as Daughter of Christ said, bottom line is there are holes in the narrative, and best way to fix those holes, get rid of the Arabic Quran and produce more and more English translation of the Quran, which is with the capital on it. It is written deception and deception and deception, full of lies. Just be wise, be wise, be wise, and be wise. At the end, bottom line for me is English translation of the Quran or Arabic of the Quran. Both of them are taking you to hell, dear Muslims. Both of them are taking you to hell. You've got to give it up once for all. Arabic version of the Quran, or one of them, or English translations. You've got to give them up. And you've got to run into the arms of the one who has got holes in his hand and holes in his feet. Because only by him you are forgiven, and because of his death and his resurrection. There is no any other way. English translation, Arabic Quran, deceptions, all of them are taking you to hell. And it is sad reality. They are intentionally deceiving you. That is the sad reality of that. On this note, I think we will finish our evening. Dear beloved ones, thank you very much for joining us. And Daughter of Christ, thank you very much for keeping eye on in the chat. You are you are doing very good job with that.
Thank you, sister.
One day I will improve.
No problem.
And
You
then
had
I will keep
things
eye
to
in
do.
the chat. And everyone, thanks for joining us. We will see you tomorrow evening. We will see you tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock on hearing the testimony of one of the brother Steve. He will share his testimony when he was Muslim and why he's not Muslim and what he's up to. So we will see you tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock. God bless you all. Daughter of Christ, thank you for your thank you for cooking for us, as well as thank you for helping us to expose this peaceful ideology. God bless
It's a
you all.
pleasure.